You ready, Chris?
You ready, Ben?
Let's get it.
Man, let's get it, man. Welcome to the Follow Then Lead podcast. Man, we back at it again. Another episode of Follow Then Lead. What's up, Ben? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, Chris, man? How's your day?
Man, it's smooth. Yeah, like butter, bro. I'm good.
Days are always smooth, bro.
I try to make it that way, man. I try. No matter how rocky it can get, I know I gotta end smooth, bro.
Yeah.
I like to end it peacefully, man. Yeah, so
that's dope.
Cool, bro.
My day's good though.
Smooth.
There my day's been good.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, but I'm like enjoying the space that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, time off between my jobs, so it's just kind of like
there you go,
enjoying it day by day.
You have to.
Yeah,
it's good. Dope.
It's good space to be in.
You have to, man. Good spaces. It's important. Like me, my whole vibe today is just empowerment. I was checking out Judas and the Black Messiah again.
You watched it?
Well,
you saw it already before?
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to see it again, because it's just dope. And this Chairman Fred, he was off the chain.
Fred.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. Who's Chairman Fred?
Fred Hampton.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else.
No, you were
good.
Okay, I should have just said it like that.
Yeah,
Chairman Fred. Now, that just stuck in my head because the dude was just off the chain. Everybody like Chairman Fred.
Yep.
Yeah, he was what he did for the community, the Black Panthers, Illinois, Chicago in general, for Black people in general. It was just off the chain. And just hearing his speech, my guy was like, he said, I'm high off the people.
Yeah.
My boy was like,
I live for the people, I die for the people.
They said, I'm going to die for the people because I live for the people.
Yeah.
I live for the people, so I'm going to love the people. I'm like, how can you not like that, man? I felt empowered. I rewinded that like 6 times just to hear it again,
yo. Yeah. I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, bro.
Save that joint. I'm out.
Yeah, yo. I was listening to it in the car, man. Like, I was empowered after hearing it because I think about you, me, you know what I mean? Other, brothers in the community and how they just, they're about the people. And like when you got that passion like that, like, you're going to ride for the people, man. You want to see the people do better. You want to see the people be free. You want to see the people be at peace and just grow. Mm-hmm. And that's what I admire about the Black Panthers. I don't care what history said about them as far as like being terrorists.
Right.
Like, nah, that ain't it. When I came into, knowledge of who they were or who they still is, or whatever, there's just, they was about the people. They protected their community, and they brought, and they provided for their community. And that's what it's all about. So I was empowered after hearing that brother speak. He's like, I live for the people. So I'm going to die for the people. Like, he was off the chain, So, man, I was just riding high for that all day, man. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, bro. So,
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, do it.
Because that's impactful.
Yeah. That's an instant classic.
Yeah,
instant classic.
Okay, I was for another movie in that vein. It's not the same, not as much empowering as If Beale Street Could Talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we were just listening to like the soundtrack.
Yeah,
and that movie was powerful. Just when you look at like Black love,
too,
and how Black love has to endure through times of struggle. That's a really powerful movie, If Beale Street Could Talk. And so I encourage those that are listening to watch both of those movies. Two different feels, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, man.
We've talked about it before. It was powerful. You just need even the title.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton obviously being black, and then Judas was in the crew.
Yeah,
and sold him out.
Yeah. For a gas station, I think.
Basically, for some money.
For some money.
But, at the end of it. And then you look at If Beale Street Can Talk, just, kind of more of like a darker feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Not as empowering, more of, I'll say it this way. I was watching the movie theater when it came out. I was with a friend of mine. I was probably my ex-girlfriend, and there was white people in the movie theater watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at them for even sitting there watching the movie. But it has nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? But just the impact.
Mm-hmm.
And you're watching somebody that looks like you.
Yeah.
Go through something that you understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's easy to redirect that to somebody that looks like the oppressor in the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They probably have nothing to do with it, or
Yeah.
they could even be allies, as you call it. But like, yeah, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Nah, look.
If you want to understand the impact the movie will have,
Yeah.
that's what it had on me in the moment.
Beautiful, bro.
It definitely was. It just puts life and relationships in a good perspective, but also in this world where we talk about black love,
Mm-hmm.
like it really shows in that movie. You know, there's different movies that you'll talk about, like Love Jones and
Mm-hmm.
The Photograph, even recently.
Oh, that was dope. That was a
dope.
good one.
Yeah, but like If Beale Street Could Talk shows it in it shows the struggle. You know, those show like the thrill, the passion,
magic,
right?
all
And the
that
magic.
stuff. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good, but if I want to know, you know, what's the other one too? They did like the Bonnie and Clyde style.
Yeah.
Queen and Slim.
There you go. Yep.
That, you know, that showed some of the passion, but also the, you know, we got each
struggle.
other's back.
Mm-hmm.
This shows it at that darker, deeper level. Like,
There you go. We got it out the
yeah,
mud.
we got it, and we're fighting through it together. And even through each other's BS, we dealing with that.
That's what's up.
And the families around us, and then now society. It's like,
That's what's up.
go watch If Beale Street Could Talk.
I got to check that out because I haven't seen it, bro. But when you just spoke about the black love, I'm like, yo, you said enough. I got to get up at there. I got to get in there and check that out.
Yeah.
I know we about to get into our main topic, but you say stuff that like just trigger
we
things,
just be
man.
going.
Yeah, bro. So now I want to talk about, you know, the white individuals that were in the movie theaters. You know, the first time I saw something like that was with the movie Get Out.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, what are they up in there for? I was young at that time. But I got to thinking, like, sometimes when they do come into the movie theaters to see a movie that's, you know, dictated and, you know, I guess for black people, maybe they're just trying to learn more about the culture or learn more about the times or what, you know, what black people are going through, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe it could just be you just want to check out a good movie or something like that. But at the same thing, I'll be having those same thoughts. But I'm like, maybe they're trying to learn. You know, who knows?
I'm glad that they watch it, right? Because if you look at like, if I talk to like a coworker now and be like, oh, do you ever see you know, like next Friday or Friday? They're like, what movie's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you ever watch in Living Color?
Mm-hmm.
No, I never heard of it. So at least they're watching Get Out.
Yeah,
you know
we go.
what I mean? Now,
yeah, they look.
so in the future, if you ask somebody, they'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen it. Or, so it's, you know, that's progression, I would say. Even,
that's dope.
That's a little bit way to look at it.
Yeah. Hot
but
stuff, yo.
I know when I watched the movie Get Out, I was afraid of white women for like 6 months. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
No,
I was like,
yeah,
they out to get me.
it sent some chills up a lot of people's spines because it was, I mean, some people don't dig it, but me personally, I'm like, that's art imitating life.
100%.
You know, like that joint is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's real. You know, we'll say that topic for another time.
Yeah,
but
a movie breakdown, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a
That'd
good one,
cool.
bro. That'll be dope. But nah, that sent some chills up some folks' spines. So yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm interested to see, you know, more of his movies.
Yeah.
What else? What other movie did he have?
Man, he had
Us.
You know,
Us was cool.
Yeah, that was a wild one,
It was
bro.
a little intense.
Yeah, it was intense. It took a minute for me to wrap my head around everything that was going on, but I gotta appreciate stuff like that because it's a movie that challenges your thinking. You know, you don't think outside the box.
Right.
You know, so Us is that's another crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like horror flicks too, thrillers. So that's like right up my alley.
I'm a big thriller fan.
Yeah.
I'm not into horror.
Yeah, I get with the horror.
Yeah, it messes with me.
Yeah.
I don't get like where I can't sleep at night. I just like I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, half of it, and then the other half of it, most of like the American horror, I like it's predictable.
That's true.
Like the camera work and the music, it's like all right, something's about to pop up.
Yeah,
pops up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been the same since the '80s. Yeah, it's the same since the '80s.
Usually horror movies that are really good are like foreign horror movies because they don't follow the formula, and it just messes with you. Or like, you know, the guy that did Us, and because he knows how to twist it.
Yeah. He can push some buttons, bro.
Right.
So I like it.
Yeah,
it's dope, bro.
All right.
man. Let's rock. So, our topic for today is manhood. And of course, if you guys been following us, we've been releasing different clips of guests coming in, and they're giving their perspective and views on what manhood means to them, due to their background, history, current events or whatever. And, it's a major topic because, manhood swings so many different ways, bro. And so how you feeling about that one?
I feel great. I always say great. I don't know why that's like my default answer.
It's all good.
No, but manhood for sure is a big topic because especially in society now, it's like everything that's manly is toxic manly. Toxic manhood, right? That's toxic masculinity. It's like our perspective of like that toxicity can be a little thrown off.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good conversation to have to understand like what is toxic, what is not actually, manly. That's not what manhood should be or what it actually is.
Yeah.
So we're saying it like we had a guest on, West, and he talked about you're calling toxic masculinity that it's not actually masculinity. It's like a few people or a segment of the population that are toxic in their actions.
That's it.
And they happen to be males. Males,
yeah.
right? Or men. It's like,
no,
all right.
That's it. Males.
Yeah, they're male. Or boys.
Yeah, or boys. Yeah,
right?
There you go.
And they're, learning these traits and learning it from others that are doing the same things. And now they're teaching others. It's all the cycle, but they're not growing up. Right?
That's it.
And so you're saying that now any idea of masculinity, it's toxic or it's patriarchal and it's oppressive to women. It's like, all right, let's really understand there's societal issues, right? But then there's also just people on the ground level, right, that we need to work with. That's why we're here to talk about it.
Absolutely, bro, and that's important. Like to just take a step back and understand, like the necessity, or understand the, what you're calling. Like you just said, you're calling this toxic, but this not even toxic manhood. This is just males running around doing crazy stuff, and because they're males, or quote unquote, you think they're men, so you're just gonna label that's toxic manhood when it's really not. So it's key to understand, like, separate the two or separate the three, however you want to spin it. And I'm glad you brought that up, because when I was checking out, like, the history of manhood or the definition of manhood or whatever, just the common definition of it is the state of being a man rather than child. And what stood out to me was that key word, the state. So I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, with manhood, you can step into manhood, but can you also revert back? And I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, with manhood, you're putting away childish things, your thinking level, action levels are different. You're good, you manhood, but can you revert back? Like, let's say Chris is riding high, Chris is doing all the right stuff that a man should be doing.
Yeah.
But let's say I slept up for 2 weeks, and I'm out here doing crazy stuff. It reversed me back to, back to that state of being a boy. Even though I'm 34, I got the man body, got muscles, mustache, little semi-mini beard. That reversed me back to a child. Just my thinking and my actions. How would you, what you feel about that? You can step into manhood, but also revert back.
Yeah, even if you grow, like, you're gonna slip and fall, something that might trigger you to go back, because it's all I'll just go with what you said. It was that scripture you said, when I was a child I spoke and thought as a child, I reasoned as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. I actually, so if those want to hear it or read it, it's in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 11. I always loved that like scripture, but
Mm-hmm.
I listened to it the other day. T.D. Jakes was, a
Oh, yeah?
message T.D. Jakes was on speaking about, and he broke it down this way. He said, "But when I became a man, then I put away childish things."
Mm-hmm.
So when you grow into becoming a man, or one day, even though if you're 30, you didn't become a man yet, or 40, then you start to become one
Yeah.
by, you put away childish things. So before, to become a man, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, and I became a man. All of that changes, but then I put away childish things,
Mm-hmm.
right? The toys, the games, the
Yeah.
the fun, the homies,
Yeah.
all of the things that kept me stuck, and to answer your question about can men go back, just like that, 100%, like, because I can grow up, I can change my lifestyle, I can change my habits, I can become a man in all these aspects, and then there's an aspect I haven't put away yet.
Yeah.
I haven't put this
Mm-hmm.
this issue, whether it's chasing women away.
Yeah.
I'm good with my money, I'm good with responsibility and all that.
Yeah.
But I haven't dealt with that yet. Or I have dealt with that, but I'm not good with my money because
Exactly.
I'm just spending it on things and toys and fun. And then like other issues or I'm not eating right, not taking care of my body.
Yeah.
Because I just want to eat pizza all the time. Because it's, kids like
Thank
pizza.
you.
It's
Exactly.
easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we all like pizza, but
I follow you.
you
You good.
if
You're
a
giving
man,
examples.
You got to have balance. You got to
Yeah.
be responsible and take care of yourself.
Facts,
eat well,
bro. Facts.
and then have that as a, it's like a dessert. It's a treat. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
treat, yeah.
It's not a lifestyle.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah.
I like that, bro.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely feel that you can revert back. You're maturing mentally, spiritually. You're growing into your manhood, and you're there. And let's just say for whatever reason, you slip up, and let me not even say slip up, man. Let's just say you just revert back to old ways or whatever. People do that. And so for me, you just become like a child again. Like you're out here doing all kind of foolishness. Your spiritual game is down. Your mental game is whack. Your speech is, is
whack.
Yeah, your speech is out of order. Like you're not even talking like a man no more. You're talking like a boy. You're doing foolish things at the age of 40. Even though you went through that spurt of 30 to 39 of being a man, now for some whatever midlife crisis or whatever you want to call it, now you're 40, and now for some odd reason you don't revert it back to trying to be big Willie pimping. You got
get
the
a sports car,
drop
top.
You doing crazy things. You wilding out with your money, treating people bad, just doing stupid stuff. So you revert back to a childhood. So when I heard that key word, the state of, you know what I mean? When I heard that, it's like it's not solid. I mean, you got to work on maintaining your manhood. You got to keep building off of that. Once you get into it, you get in that man zone, that manly zone, that manhood zone. You got to just keep building on top of it. You got to keep pushing, got to keep pressing, got to keep adding more good, great quality traits under your belt. If not, you slip up, you slip back, you revert back to being a boy again, even though you're 40.
We need to get into like what manhood is, but like I even feel onto that note, like lately for me, it's easy kind of get to fall backwards, when you lose focus, you start getting so busy or so this or that, you're not actively thinking about what you're doing. You're not like conscious now. You're just like, all right, I got to do this, that. Boom, boom, boom. You're moving around.
Yeah.
Work, side projects, or work, chilling with the homies. And then it's like the word talks about a thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah.
And it says like the enemy is like prowls around like a roaring lion to seek who he may devour.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not on your toes, on guard,
yeah,
actively at all times, it's easy for that to revert back, because then it's like, all right, well, his armor's down. All right, let me throw that, because I know what he likes. So I'm gonna throw the thing that easily, because there's nothing that, they say that like you can't be tempted by things that's not within.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not tempted by that, you can't tempt me. So if you tempt me with robbing a bank, I'm good. That's not my issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tempt me with, something that I actually like, then it's more of an issue for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm not on guard, I'm probably gonna slip.
Yeah.
So if I'm like right now for me, I'm not focused. I'm just moving around. I'm doing XYZ. I'm just ripping and running. That slip and falls easy.
But that's different, bro.
But I'm saying you could fall into a state.
Okay, and just maintaining that state. And
you just end up staying there because then you get caught in it.
Okay,
because you've not been paying attention. Now you're like, dang, why am I doing this?
Yeah,
that can happen to anybody.
Okay, now then that part, I was about to say that's cool, but
it's real, bro.
But that's real, and that happens, and
everybody.
To my, what I was about to say, and that's cool. It happens, but you still got strength and abilities to pull yourself out of that. You gotta
fight out.
Yeah, but my thing, what I'm getting at is like you get in that, you go back to that state, and you just stay there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We all have our, no matter how great or good we become, we're gonna have temptations. We're gonna be tempted. We're gonna slip. We're gonna have days we want to just say screw everything. We just want to be bothered. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this. I don't want responsibilities. You know what I mean? But we gon', we have that. That's life.
Yeah.
We have those moments, but we still get up, whether it be right then and there or the next day or next week, and get back on our horse and handle our business. That's cool. That happens. But my thing is, falling back, reverting back to that state, and staying there. And there's also levels to this too. Yeah. There's one thing to be tempted by women, or
money,
whatever,
cars, whatever.
That's one thing to be tempted. But when you just actually just get back out here and start wilding out, like, disrespecting women to a crazy degree, that's wild. Yeah. That's what I mean by reverting back to like boyhood. Like I said, there's levels to it. That's just one example right there. Yeah. And you going back to that, and when you revert back like that, that's it.
Yeah.
So we all get tempted. We all have our, slip ups. That happens, bro.
That's true. And I'm with you. So all right, let's get to like what is manhood? Yeah.
Go on and hit it, bro.
All right. So I really like Dr. Miles Monroe. If a lot of people listen to us, I'm constantly gonna bring him up. I'm gonna bring up different people that I read and listen to. But Miles Monroe has a great, book. You have it right there, Understanding the Purpose and Power of Men, and he also has one for women. But for specifically here, he talks about what the purpose and the power of your manhood is, and it's a great read. And go check it out. But anyway, so if you listen, like Google or YouTube Miles Monroe and say manhood, or Miles Monroe and say purpose of man, like he always defines or breaks down like what the definition of man actually is, right? First, he goes back to like core. He's like, what is human? What is it to be human?
Yeah, man.
And so like he breaks down the word human, like what is that? And then so apparently the original words, or the original word, whatever, humus, man. So humus being dirt body, and man being spirit.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you are a spirit, being in a dirt body.
Yep.
And so that's what man is, like the M-A-N at the end. People say when they say man, they're not talking about males in specific.
There you go. Talking about the spirit.
They're talking about the spirit as in humans all together. That's man. When the Bible talks about man, it's talking about man as in human, like the whatever. Yeah.
Good,
the
bro.
Creatures, right? Yeah, the species of man.
There you go, man.
That's what it's talking about. And so for males, it's different because both male and female are man. Because, if we follow the word, it's God created Adam and then Eve out of Adam. So both are man. And both have features of male and female nature, but man is spirit.
Exactly, yo.
It's just spirit being.
And I like the way you broke it down, and that's true. from what I understand, also is, you have to separate the two from man and male. Like I said, man and spirit, but male is like, male is, I guess, like the quote unquote man form or whatever.
Yeah, like the features of
there you
the
go.
male.
Yeah, it's that. And man, the spirit aids the male. But yeah, man, the spirit is empowered by God to aid the male in accomplishing what it needs to do. You know what I mean? It, empowers the male. Man empowers the male body on doing the dirt or,
Right.
whatever,
Yep.
to empower it to, do what it needs to do. So it's definitely a difference. So when you say man, it's not to degrade, anybody, a woman or whatever. It just is what it is. Man is spirit, and we all were birthed from man, the spirit.
Yeah, 100%. And then, when you look into it more, and when you die, your body goes down into the earth and it breaks down. So you aren't your body, because the body's gonna break down.
Yeah.
So you're your spirit. So if I cut off your arm, it's just your arm. Your arm is gone, but you're still good inside. Because there are people that are born without arms and legs.
Oh yeah, and got beautiful spirits.
Right. Their being is strong and powerful.
Yeah.
Who they are. There's a motivational speaker that has no arms, no legs.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it doesn't, like your body isn't who you are.
No, it's
That's
the
just
inside, bro.
It's the inside. It's who you are. That's why they say the most beautiful people, they're beautiful inside more so than they are on the outside.
Absolutely.
So then it's like, all right, your body isn't the thing that's mostly should be valued, is what's inside.
It's on the inside, and that's true.
It's your spirit.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, in the world today, we talk about energy.
Oh yeah, we're big on that right now.
Everybody is big on energy and how,
I felt your energy before you even hit the room.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's because your spirit is flowing with energy. You're alive. Like anything that's living has energy. It's moving.
Absolutely.
As life. That's the definition of life is movement.
Exactly.
Like it's energy. It's like it's something's moving.
Yeah.
So like if you're not alive, you're dead then. So if your energy's low, like you're in a low, deathly state. Because your energy's moving slow.
Yeah.
It's low.
Or it's just moving back. Negative energy is a form of death. You're walking around angry and upset, pissed off, and ready to cut somebody's throat. That ain't it. That's not hot.
Yeah.
You slowly dying.
Because you look at like, your BPMs, right?
Your
heartbeat.
Yeah.
The faster you move, the higher your heart rate goes. The slower or the lower, the slower you breathe, the closer to death you are.
That's facts, bro. You don't think about that, yo. That joint get in the 20s, you better go get checked up.
So that's why like our energy is important, because if we're spirit, like that's what we're feeling, is your energy from your spirit is connected or impacted mine. And if I let you control me, I've allowed your spirit to dominate mine. Right? I've subjected mine to you. So anyway,
that's
spirit
dope,
man, human or man is a spirit being.
Yeah.
So how does that impact malehood, right, or manhood, as we're talking about today?
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, manhood is more, of a spiritual and mental state than it is a physical state, like we just been, discussing. And I feel like we need to key in on those. It's good to, lift weights and, look dope and handsome and pretty on the outside, but, how's your mental and how's your spiritual? Yeah. I guarantee you, when you're healthy inside, you're going to be healthy outside. What I mean by healthy outside? You're going to be able to bless the community. You're going to be, like you said, the energy. People are going to feel your healthy inside, so they're going to feel your good energy. Yeah. So they're going to draw to it, and not in a bad way, but they're going to draw to it, and you're going to be able to, feed that good energy to your people, to the community. When you're manhood, when I say it's a spiritual thing, it's definitely that first and foremost. Manhood and how it ties into being a man is that, the responsibility as far as like family, community, friends, co-workers. It's a responsibility to be healthy inside, be right inside, be whole inside, and that way you can better aid the community, which is, you know, being healthy on the outside, because it starts with us at the end of the day. Like I said, you know, we spoke about Adam and Eve not too long ago, and yes, Eve did eat the apple. The fall started with Eve. You know, what y'all say? You know, they say Eve. You know, they say, look, they say
the fall didn't happen until the man ate it.
I got you, bro. I got you, man. I know the fall.
That's when God was like, dog, I gave you the instructions.
Yeah.
I didn't give it to her. I gave it to you. That's when the issue is.
But now that's the part I wanted to get to, though, because see, it's always this talk about, well, God gave Adam the instructions.
Yeah.
But if you check out chapter 3, when Eve was confronted by the serpent,
okay,
and he was asking like, yo, did God really say such and such and this and that?
Yeah.
And her response was, yes, God did say this.
Right.
Go check it out. I get what you're saying.
But she's being told, well, she was told what God's instructions were by Adam. So after Eve was now, you know, created, Adam was over instructing and guiding and, you know, cultivating her.
Yeah. Okay,
this is what God calls us to do. This is our job. This is our role. This is what, and she's there to help him along that. That, you know, Eve was the helpmeet, right? Or
yeah.
She was there to help.
She was there.
It wasn't good for men to be alone.
Yeah.
So she's there with him now.
Yeah.
Adam was the one that was like, all right, okay, these are the instructions by God. This is what we need to do. We need to name all the animals. We need to do this and that. That's where her instructions came from, was from Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people would say Eve had nothing to do with it. And like you said, you know, even the downfall, but the chain reaction, the chain reaction started with Eve. Yeah, the chain reaction started with Eve. You know, I think she was
the ice didn't break.
Until Eve, you know, stepped out of position, stepped out of order or whatever. Man, I lost my train of thought. What was I getting there? Yeah, we spoke about it.
We spoke. And I was like, nah, it's Adam's fault.
Yeah, yo, we spoke about we spoke about Adam and Eve, but you did say about the responsibility.
Yes, responsibility.
The responsibility was on us. You know, he said God gave us the instructions first, gave us the blueprint. You know, even you know whatever Eve did, you know, in her rebellious state, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But the responsibility was for us to, you know, correct that matter. We didn't have to follow in behind Eve and, you know, eat the apple as well. Shoot, we still could have been living glorious in the garden, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, you basically, you came in and you said it. You know, the real fall didn't happen until man, you know, in our pure state, Adam, the first, you know, it came through and, you know, did what he did. He ate the apple. Right. And that's when the real fall started to begin. So with us, when we're in position, when we're handling our responsibilities, man, when we're doing what we're supposed to do, things stay intact. Things flow. Community is good. Family is good. You know, when we're doing what we're supposed to do, that's manhood right there. You know, just responsibilities, bro. And I know that word responsibility get thrown around so lightly, but it's heavy though, bro. Like that's the real deal. Like men and responsibilities, handling our duties. Like when we're in position, things flow. Like it works. When men in position, when we're in, you know, in power, bro. Like when we flowing in power, and I'm not talking about being the CEO of a company, but when you out here taking charge of your community, you know, flowing in power, you know, passing out empowerment. Like I said, being healthy. When I'm healthy inside, I can empower the next. You know, I can pass that energy off. You dealing with depression? Nah, let's talk. Let's get you right. So the energy within me, it flows over, you know, into my community. That's manhood, just being responsible and handling up on duties, bro. Yeah.
I agree. And I blame Adam.
I blame Eve, man. I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to stick with it. Go ahead, bro.
You about to get attacked. That Twitter open up?
I'm looking forward to it. Go ahead, bro.
But like, to me, you know, like you said, it all falls on, like, you know, the head of the household. And, you know, to this day, you see like society and where we're at, because, you know, at least for some years, you know, not there were a lot of single parent households, and women were
Yeah.
running families for generations, and whether men were there for one reason or another or not, the result is not there. Children aren't learning or guided by men the way they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like, if men were in, like you were saying, men were in position, leading their family the way it's supposed to, guiding their children, providing for the household.
Yeah.
In an ideal state.
Mm-hmm.
In an ideal world, you would have positive children to go into the community, to have
Yeah.
a positive impact, and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're creating a society that's benefiting each other in the community versus, kind of it's all about me mentality. And so for me, like I want to transition to like what is like manhood, and if we're looking at like what the Bible says or what society is saying, what are positive aspects of manhood, or ideal, right? What is an ideal, man?
The ideal man.
Yeah, what does it mean to be a man in 2021?
Oh, bro, that's good. In 2021, yeah, you can't even really, because I was about to
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't change. Just period. Like, what does it mean to be a man? It could be
no.
the same reason 20 years ago.
But that's the thing, though. I was about to have a rush of flooded thoughts come in my head, dating back to the 70s and 80s and 90s. But like you said, we're in 2021, so you have to adapt to because you have to adapt with the times.
Because women aren't staying home like they used to, so you can't.
Yeah. So you gotta change the game up a little bit. So I do believe I say it like this: the core essence of man doesn't change. But I would say some stuff you would have to like craft
Like
and
the
pick up along the
roles.
way. Well, yeah,
Almost.
almost like given in today's society, men aren't always the breadwinner, or we can't always be, the breadwinner because
More often than not, now women are making more money than
absolutely,
at least black men.
yeah, and we can't I can't, some cats can't be like, yo, I'm gonna take care of all the bills like they did, like Papa and them did back in the 70s. We can't do that now because it's like, I mean, unless we just got a 1-bedroom and that's it. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So sometimes it takes 2 incomes or 3 or whatever to maintain a functioning great household.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to suck that pride up and be like, I can't pay all the bills by myself. In 2021, you actually need help. Like you need 2 incomes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you can get away with it. Gas was 3 cents a gallon. The rent was probably $20 a month. And granted, we make more nowadays, but me personally, this stuff is out the roof. 2 bedrooms in Boston is cost your arm and a leg and $5,000 a month.
Right.
I dare you walk up and be like, I'm the man. I got all of this. You're gonna hurt your back. You got to be wise about it. But yeah, again, I feel like the core essence of man that doesn't change, but you will have to, like you said, sometimes I don't even want to say role reverse, but you can't handle all the duties by yourself. You're going to need that helpmate like we spoke about before. You're going to need that help. But 2021 and being a man, I would say, again, like I say, the core essence doesn't change.
What is the core essence?
Leader, provider. And I'm not talking about money. Providing as far as, your time, your knowledge, your wisdom, your affection, your love, providing you. It's not always money. Stated being a leader, again, responsibilities, because that's key. That's major. Like I said, we spoke about Adam. He, how the downfall happened with him. He didn't stay responsible. He didn't do what he was supposed to do, even though, you got your party you got your party, they swerving to the left, or whoever, they going to the left. you hold your ground. That's manhood. Even if you got to be by yourself, you know, that's manhood. You know, you're not swayed, you're not being swerved or swayed or whatever the word is. You're not easily moved. You know, easily.
Like
you know,
wind.
yeah. You know that right there. You know, what you say, going with the wind. Exactly. You know, manhood is being stable, firm, and grounded.
Like a tree.
Exactly. So if God told you to do this, or you feel like this is what needs to be done, and you got the entire world against you, it's all good. You're going to stand your ground and, yo, this is what Ben wants to do. This is what God told me to do, and I'm going to rock with it. Yeah. That's manhood, like just being firm and stable, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I think adding that is just, you know, being able to communicate. You know, I think everything you said, like, you know, if you're being a leader in showing love to your family, you know, have to communicate. You know, you might have to initiate or cultivate that environment of love or of communication.
Man, I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but that triggers something. That's something that we have to learn in 2021. That's something that there we go. I was thinking of something crap.
Yeah.
Because, you know, back in the day, communication wasn't always big with black men.
They didn't have time for it.
Facts. But now it's 2021, and we need to learn how to communicate better. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, to just shift to that, I mean, you know, learning more about, like, history and, like, the times, like, and, you know, men, you know, had to deal with different things.
That's true.
You know, especially black men in those times, it was a harder time in society.
It really was.
You know, to deal with that and then to come home, you know, and to help and deal with the kids, you know. For the most part, you know, they were working labor jobs, you know, with their hands. And so it was all day, and they're so tired, and you come home, you just need a meal.
Yeah.
You might spend a little bit of time with kids, but you in bed getting ready for the next day.
Exactly.
Because it's just, I got to provide. I got to do, maybe it's 2 jobs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But back then it was a lot harder. And then to deal with, you know, more of oppressive society.
True.
But, you know, the ability to communicate, it wasn't there. Yeah, I think men just weren't taught.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Men weren't taught. And then men went to, for the most part, to like substances.
Yeah, that's true.
Or, you know, and then a lot of men in those times were in the military. You know, and dealing with now military issues, and then there's oppression in the military back then, and then you coming home with PTSD, anger, and all this
a lot of trauma
issues, and trauma from childhood, and then you got trauma from the military, and then you come home, you're supposed to be loving and communicate.
No, I don't.
The only thing you know is hard and pain.
I was about to say, even trauma as a grown man. You know, like I said, that hard working in the society. You know,
you fighting the world.
Exactly. You know, you coming home minding your business, and here you go. You know, you got sirens. You know, you got lights behind you. Like, yo, what's up? What's going on? I just got off of work. What's happening? You know, that's a form of trauma. You know, you being stopped like that every other day or every day. That messes with you. And then, like I said, to go home and quote unquote communicate or show love or whatever, it doesn't happen.
And imagine having to like communicate for the first time, which I've never had in my life, with all of that pent up.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna come out.
Right. So now I'm starting to communicate. You just like it's like popping the cork on a champagne bottle.
Yeah,
like,
yo, that's good.
You know, like it's pent up. So you pop that cork, which you're only gonna get aggression.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta get past the aggression. You work through that emotion, and then you start to deal and heal and process. But for the most part, when you pop that bottle, most of that you're gonna get is the bubbles and the fizz.
Yeah. And man, thankfully that, you know, the ones that do pop that cork with the bubble and the fizz, because there's sometimes some cats, I'm just gonna use the valve, you know, pressure, you know, is building up or whatever. You know, you don't release that valve.
Pressure burst pipes.
Yeah, yo, and you just explode on the inside. That part right there, that's even worse, man.
Yeah, it's true. That's powerful, because I think a lot of the time people look at, you know, generation of men that didn't communicate or whatnot, or just were aggressive.
Yeah.
or angry or abusive, we just look at it, the pain side. Like my grandfather was that way. In the military, you know, he was abusive to my grandmother, abusive to my mom and my sibling, my aunts, uncles. But like, why?
Yeah, it was something.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I know that it's the pain of it, but then it's just the why of the pain. Like, what happened? Then you start giving grace to understand people.
There you go.
So, all right, what happened with my grandfather when he was a child? Well, okay, I think he was like 12. I don't know if his father, I remember what happened to his father, but I know apparently he saw his mom get killed, shot and killed, I think. And then now he had to be responsible to take care of his brothers, 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And then I think he turns 18 or something like that, and it just goes into the military, right? And then going from military, then he has children, multiple children. And then he comes back, and he's now got to take care of the children. He's got to deal with his woman.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Now he's got to deal with work, deal with the society, just like all the things
back
we're
into
saying.
the society. Yep.
And then all the while, he's aggressive at home. He's abusive. What was he dealing with? He's drinking to try to help, but that only exacerbates the issue. So, you know, and then for me, I see him at an older age. He's now softer.
Okay.
You know, he's, you know, relatively put away the drinking. He's
don't
able to see his life.
Yeah, he learned.
I saw a video where this kid asked T.D. Jakes a question about, you know, why do fathers don't communicate with their sons when they're younger, but then when they get older, they want to now communicate to us, you know? And that's a great question from a son to a man. Like, how come I didn't get this communication with you when I was young?
Yeah.
Well, I needed it. Now you want to talk to me, I'm good. I don't want it. I don't need it. You know, because you pent up, you mad.
Yeah.
Because all I got was the hard hand from my father.
Yeah.
But I wanted love. And then father's like, dog, I didn't have time to give you that to you. I had to work 2 jobs. I had to put you through school. I had to handle my responsibilities. It's another movie to go to, the movie Fences.
Yeah,
Denzel Washington,
I like that.
powerful movie. I didn't want to watch it because I knew I was going to cry.
Yeah.
But like when I watched it, it reminded me of my stepfather. My stepfather was just hard, and that's all he knew. You know, so he's like, dog, like, it's not that I don't love you. I love you because I'm doing all of this for you. You want me to be nicer to you. I don't need to like you. I don't need to be nice to you. My responsibility is to love and take care for you, take care of you. All that other stuff is nice to have. That's that mindset then.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that, right, to get to the mindset of the generations before us. But now the generation we're in, we have relatively have more time.
True.
You know, there's more awareness. There's more communication being had. There's more challenging of men in that old standard where we now are, it's necessary for us to communicate for our own health.
Absolutely.
And then for the health of the people around us.
Absolutely.
And that's manhood. Like.
Absolutely, bro. I'm stuck on the why behind everything, whether it be back then and even to this day, that's still relevant. You know, why? You know, certain issues with men, or, you know, psychological, you know, why do you do what you do? Going back to Fences, first time seeing that, it was a scene, I guess, you know, Denzel got caught up, you know, his old lady found out he was cheating.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the brother just came out, he was like, she made me feel good. He was like, you know, I don't love her like that. I love my family and all that good stuff, but, you know, I just needed to feel good. You know, that was it. You know, like I said, given the society, even to this day, I'm not condoning cheating, but the why behind it, you know what I mean? That still goes with, you know, frustration and, you know, society, all that, you know, all that stuff right there, man. It's a why behind someone's doing what they're doing. You know, it's
Am I receiving that love at home? Am I getting the communication I need?
Yeah.
You know, am I getting the affection I need?
Yeah.
Are you cooking food for me?
Yeah.
You know, not that every woman, you know, I know we're going to hear.
Yeah, no, you just
get cook for you.
Yeah,
you
just
should.
naming off some basic examples.
But like, like if I've been working,
yeah,
you know, 16 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Because not all men can work 9 to 5. Like some men have longer days.
Mm-hmm.
And I come home and I'm hungry. Now I gotta go make my own food.
Yeah. I don't want no bologna sandwich.
Right. Now I'm working with somebody. She bring me a plate. Right. Same job, and she bring me some food.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talking every day. And I go home to that where I'm not getting what I need. It's the same thing. It's vice versa. Like if women are getting what they need and there's a guy showing her love and attention.
It be happening, bro.
It happens.
It happens, man. And
so then you look at us like we the wrong ones, but you not reciprocating what you need.
Yeah, it goes both. It's a two-way street. That's a two-way street.
Men need it too.
Absolutely,
and
bro.
There was a post today. There's a post about men communicating to women what they like or what they want women to know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all of these little things, the little details that women have that we need to be aware of, but they don't need to be aware of with us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you just need to be the man. Like, nah, but what about my feelings? What about my thoughts?
And that's dope, bro. And man, not to cut you off, but that just triggers something in me, bro. I can't stand that. Like, oh, you just need to be a man and that's it. Like, we don't have feelings. Like, we don't have wants and needs and all this other stuff. Man, at the end of the day, we're human just like y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
And that perpetuates the issue of toxic masculinity.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Because we're having these toxic masculinity, riots or whatever, or posts or whatever, we're attacking this toxic issue that males have. But then it's, if I start to communicate something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Or if I need affection from you, is what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
If I'm interested in some of the things you like, what's wrong? Why are you looking? Why you like my dress? You wearing it. It looks good on you. I'm supposed to like that.
And that's great. Man, look, welcome to 2021. That's all I can say. Yo.
And so what I'm saying is, like, it perpetuates the issue where men in that old cycle, it forces us to stay there because we get it from fellas, the homies, the streets, you call it, that you gotta be a man a certain way.
Yeah.
Then we get it from our women, not all, some women.
Yeah, you gotta
that
be
you
a man
gotta be a man a certain way. And usually, all of that certain way is the toxic traits that we all complain about, but it's hard for us to even shift our mind and receive something different. So then somebody can be something different.
Facts.
And there was a brother that I heard, we're going to be here forever.
It's all good.
There's going to be part 2, part 3, part 4.
I like that. Let's drop that in a few weeks. Part 2, Manhood.
Yep. And so he talked about it from this perspective. And I'll give it to you. But he said that there's an issue with men not being able to communicate our issues. Right? That's the problem. Everybody's complained about that, Men don't talk about their feelings. They don't talk about their emotions. They don't talk about what they're going through. They don't talk about what, problems in society or issues with their family or children, whatever. They just hold it all in. And like you said earlier, pressure burst pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, we don't realize that men don't even express the positive things. They don't show happiness. Man, they don't show a lot of appreciation. Like, yo, what up, bro? Like, man, I appreciate.
Yeah, that's true.
Not saying all men. I'm saying generally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no that positive emotion.
Yeah.
So we're stuck in the middle in this, like, he used the word stoic, which is a really good word. Like, we're just stuck when it's a stoic personality where we can't show emotion, positive or negative. We got to just sit like this and be hard or strong all the time. And even if we feel a certain way, I got to keep that in. I can't show it.
Yeah.
Because it's weakness. Either way, it's weakness, right? I show that emotion, weakness. I show good excitement, emotion, weakness.
Yeah.
So I got to be like this. So we're all like that with each other. And as soon as dap you up, what up, bro? How you doing? Side look, like, what's wrong with you? What up? You all right? Step back, bro. I don't know you like that.
That's wild. That's true.
And then Jay-Z talked about it from this point of view, like, he grew up in the Marcy Projects, and I talk about this all the time. But like, and he walking down the street and looks at a brother, and the dude's looking at him like, yo, what's your problem? What you looking at me for? And I'm sure many men that might listen to this have seen or experienced it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, what you looking at?
Yep.
But you got a problem? Like, what's up? You want to handle this right now? Dude's like, yo, all I did was look at you. You human. You right next to me. Am I not supposed to see you? Right?
Yeah.
And then Jay-Z said it wasn't that, he realized that it wasn't that I see you as standing there as a person. It's the fear that you have that I see what you're going through. Mm-hmm. I see your inner fears. I see your insecurities. And me as Ben, like, I know that feeling. And that's true. Like, if people see me, I'm worried about, they see what my fears are. They see my insecurities, or, you in the church, and you see my sin. Like, nobody see that.
Yeah, nah.
Nobody knows what's going on in your head.
Exactly. What you thinking.
I'm just see you as a person. You just thinking that.
Yeah.
So you're projecting it onto somebody else. And then I could just be wanting to show you love. I'd say, what's up? And you want to show love, I show love. That's it. You need a few dollars? You all right, bro? What's going on? You good? How's your day going?
Yeah.
And like, this is where where society is, or God is like pushing us through to be. It's like this holistic man that can be able to express himself in all areas of life, mentally and emotionally, with therapy, spiritually, with prayer and reading the word and meditation and eating well, taking care of our bodies so we're not dying of heart attacks and diabetes like at a high rate like we are.
Yeah.
We're running, we're active, we're physical, not just looking strong, we're actually being strong.
Yeah, that's
you know
it
what
right
I mean?
there.
Like, I'm not just big, like, I'm 6'4", 240.
Yeah, but I'm
but
strong.
you got a lot of fat on your heart, bro. You about to die. Like,
there you go.
That don't mean nothing.
That's facts,
Or
bro.
you in the gym lifting all day and you eating high protein diet, you got fat on your heart too, you finna die. Like, that happens.
Balance, my brother.
You got to eat well, period. And all these fads and diets is killing us. Staying away from the sugar and the white rice and the powder or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, like, all of these areas being holistic about our health as men will help us to be the men that we want to be, or the men that we want to see in our society, or the man that I wanted as a father growing up.
Yeah,
now let me be that.
Yeah, be that.
The brother or my boy, the friend that I want to have, let me be that friend. And maybe I'll start seeing it, reciprocate it back to me.
Yeah.
If not, hey,
that's it.
Maybe somebody will learn.
There you go. And that's beautiful, bro. You said express. When I hear about, men expressing, I feel, to me, that's giving out. I want brothers to be able to receive too, because sometimes we have a hard time receiving compliments or receiving gifts.
Especially from one another.
That's true. And receiving blessings. It's the same thing. Like, if I see you and I want to dap you up, I want to say good morning. Just be open to that. Like, it's no beef. I don't see no fears or sin like you stated.
Right,
I just want to bless you with a good morning, bro. And then
it's like Derek, the barber.
Yeah, man.
Derek Marshall, one of the best barbers and mentors and spiritual guides.
Yo, shout out to my dude, man, Derek. He's that dude.
If you ever want to like have an experience, go get a cut and just have somebody like uplift you. Like, go there, Namel's Barbershop in Dorchester, because Derek, like you're saying, he just has no problem with just bigging you up.
Yeah.
Pouring in like positive, words of affirmation or encouragement.
Life
like,
over
bro, you handsome, bro, you tall.
Yeah.
You got this. Like, he'll big up whatever feature you got and make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about
he's the man that, one of the manliest men.
He really is, bro.
And the crazy been to prison and all that.
Yeah,
right? He's hard, but he just loves.
That's it, bro.
He's not afraid to love.
And he loves for real, bro. And the crazy thing about him too, what I find funny, and I don't mean this in a bad way, he'll down himself to make you feel good.
Yeah, that's I'm like, yo, he does. You right.
He'll down himself to make you feel good. I'm like, bro, man,
you ain't gotta down yourself, bro.
Yeah,
get out of here.
But he knows he hot stuff. He knows he's that dude. But that's how you secure and
right.
you know who you are and you full of love. Like, you don't mind taking the back seat to the next man or whatever. Right. But be open to receive. But shout out to Derek. Like my brother Ben said, you want to get a dope haircut and at the same time have a brother speak life over you, check out Namel's Barber Salon, 555 Washington Street in Dorchester. Check them out, man.
Yeah, you switched into this into that mode that you do every once in a while. You go into this late night.
Oh yeah,
late night radio, bro.
I don't never even catch
Yo,
it.
That's it right there.
That's crazy, man.
It's like you said, you take a deep breath. You're like, 555.
That's crazy. I'll never even catch it either till you say something, man.
Hey, man. Late night special, bro.
One day, bro. That's
but yeah,
too, man. Yeah, be able to receive it, man.
Yeah, be able to receive. And I say it from, I used to work with these dudes that were in the military. Mm. And for me growing up, I never really received a lot of like physical love from men. Like my stepfather, my brothers, like it was never like hugs, you know what I mean? Dap. It was like, dap, you good, what up? You know, I always saw it in movies when you would watch them, the military, like the brotherhood, where they showed each other just love. It didn't matter. Like, bro, I ain't seen you. They're giving each other hugs. They're holding each other on the arm or arm around the shoulder. Like, it's just love. It don't matter. Because I've experienced the worst with you. We've gone through stuff. Like, you my brother, man. You family. And what, like, in the world we live in, like, you know, on the streets and in the clubs and the party scene and just even in church, like, we have this distant, like, I love you, bro, but but keep the distance. You know what I mean? Don't touch me like that. You know what I mean? Because I can't, like you were saying, receive it. Maybe it was never given to me, right?
That's good.
It was never shown to me. So now how do I receive that which was never given to me and that I feel a certain way about now? Because the society has taught me to keep that. That's you know, that's suspect. Like, don't touch
fake
me like
love
that.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one, bro. I wouldn't even know. And just being real right off the top of my head, I wouldn't even know how someone could break that cycle except just be open.
So for me, my boys at work, they're all older. I saw them do it with each other, and the more I hung around them, the more it was like they accepted me in the brotherhood. And then when they would see me, I would put my hand out to dap. They would just come in with the hug.
Nice.
And so eventually, I'm like, now I see him, I just come in with the hug. You know, it's like it's the opposite effect. You know, of society, right? That we teach things that are bad, but if you're that man that shows love and is giving love and respect, and people are gonna slowly receive it from you and then start to give it back to you in time. And that's what, for me, when I see them now, I show that, oh, what's up, bro? When I see my boys, I give them a dap, a hug, yo, happy birthday, bro.
There you go.
Big you up, you big me up. We, you know, man. And support each other. Like, it's important.
It is. That's the whole.
Especially as men.
It's the whole, goes back to the iron sharpens iron. You know, that goes so many different directions, bro. But it's a beautiful thing when men can speak life and affirmations over each other. It's a must.
Put some water on that iron, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
helps to sharpen that tool a little
even
easier,
better.
Bro.
Yeah, man, for real, yo, that's a must, dog.
I mean, that's the way they do it.
That is how they do it. They just don't sharpen it, and that's it. They toss some water on it.
It's not steel to steel or iron to iron. It's just water there to help.
Smooth it out.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's love. Like, men, we need to sharpen each other, but there's love that helps guide that process.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
Man, beautiful thing. Yo, manhood is a good thing. You know, like I say, you know, we spoke about, you know, it's been misguided, you know, misinterpreted as far as being toxic, but that's not the thing. Manhood is a good thing. Women, you want a manly man. You want a man that's flowing in manhood. Like, you want that. You know, you don't want a fella that's, I guess, too girly or whatever.
I would say, to the women that are listening, I'm sure they'll know, you want a Russell Wilson, right? Yeah. And I say Russell Wilson because, you know, if you look at, like, you know.
That's good.
I know a lot of, like, women, they big up Russell Wilson because Ciara is his wife, and they got kids now.
Yeah. Beautiful story, man. I like it.
Right. And then, so before Russell, she had Future.
Yeah.
The player, you know, the rapper.
The child, basically.
Right. He wasn't handling responsibility. He treated her like a toy, you know. Oh, they had a kid together. He was he didn't, you know, handle it the way he should have.
Yeah.
And then she meets Russell Wilson. He's like, oh, your son's my son. You my wife. Steps up to the plate, handles everything. You know, he's that dude. They go to the awards together.
Yeah, exactly.
He's expressive, you know what I mean? He shows his love for her.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
That's
man.
You don't want Russell Wilson, but I'm saying you want a man that's going to do that for you.
Yeah.
you got to shift your look though.
That's
Can't be
facts.
chasing after future hoping for that.
Exactly. Yo.
You got to shift what you're looking at.
Man, look, that's a real talk, and that's something that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
You know, women claim that, you know, it ain't no good men out here. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you chasing the futures and the 2 chains of the worlds, or whatever whatever you chasing, the children. You know, chasing the man childs, or whatever you want to call them, bro. And also, you know, you chase. This really cooks my grits. When
Country.
It really cooks my grits.
Hold
bro.
on, real quick. Grits with cheese?
No.
Or sugar?
Sugar, bro.
Sugar
every time.
Oh man, you one of the only people I know.
Bro, with sugar
I'm
and
with
butter.
the sugar. I'm with the sugar and butter.
Okay.
I'm with the sugar
Okay,
and butter.
man. Look, bro, you probably the first person in Boston that I know that eats it with
I'm
sugar,
actually
man.
crazy though. I like it both salty and sweet.
I can rock with that.
Cause I put sugar and butter, but I also put salt and pepper in it.
I can rock. I do pepper too.
Yeah,
and
it's
salty,
got to be a balance of the
There
sweet
you
and
go.
the salty.
Yeah, I don't overdo it with the sugar either. Just
it's
a
enough.
little- there you go. And
It's
then
just enough.
toss a little butter, a little slice of
Sometimes
butter,
you throw cheese on it, I'm happy.
and you good.
Yeah.
Cheese rock, yeah, you that melts and blends
Yeah.
right in, man. Real beautiful, just how men and women supposed to be doing.
Grits and cheese,
Yeah,
bro.
it's supposed to blend in real good. But yo, what cooks my grits? Also, it's the fact that some women chase the wrong men and complain that there are no good men out here. But also, some women, what's the word I want to use? Some women empower and push, men to be like feminized, feminine. You know what I mean? And so, I saw this video that was circulating. It was his mom, and it had on this twerk dancing music or whatever. She comes through, she's twerking and doing her thing, and then behind her 3 sons, or 3, let me just say 3 boys. They falling right in behind her, dropping it like it's hot, just twerking and, doing the pole dances and all that other stuff, bro.
And they were bigging them up?
They were bigging it up. But in today's society, women do that. Like they big up, men twerking.
They think it's
and
cute.
They think it's cute.
It's funny. It's cute.
It's one of my homegirls. But when it's time to settle down and you out here looking for Adam and, Jesus like men and you out here looking for, the manly Bens and the manly Chris's, you can't find them because you done bigged up, the twerkers. That's all that's out here now.
Yeah.
That's all that's out here now. So that just cooks my grits, yo. Yeah. You can't be out here chasing the wrong fellas, and you can't be out here bigging up 12-year-old boys to twerk because they ain't gonna be 12 years old twerking. They're gonna be 30 years old twerking. And
right.
You ain't finna be marrying nobody
and you're
like
not
that.
Marrying them.
You ain't gonna be checking for that. You gonna be looking for the men.
Right.
The manhood. When there ain't gonna be none out there because, well, it is gonna be out there because we making that happen. We making that.
Die.
Yeah, it ain't gonna die. But saying stop aiding in that foolishness, man. Like my boy said, I might get some backlash when the Twitter comes out, but I'm ready for the smoke. I'm ready for the heat. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's it. I don't got a lot to add after that. I just think, we're gonna be here. We're gonna talk about this topic for a while.
Yeah, we is.
And I think it's important for us to discuss about, talk more to the youth about, what the models of men, men look like. Christ, for sure. We could talk about Christ more specifically, right?
Absolutely.
And then just even other models that we see in the world today, like LeBron and others, that handle their business and, can be godly men, but then also are, being fruitful and multiplying and having dominion, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're doing their role on earth. Just like we're striving to do as well.
Yeah. And that's
we all have our issues.
Yeah, absolutely.
As men, I know we talked about a lot of, the negative issues, here today. But like, it's just a process in life, and becoming a man in putting away, the childhood stuff is a hard process. It's not an easy change. It's not an easy shift in lifestyle.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, work
you
at
climbing a mountain. And then men that you see that are ahead of you, are older and all that, they're still striving.
Oh, yeah.
They're still striving to be a better man or be improved or to get to a certain step or feat in life. So it's a constant, like manhood is a constant battle for progress and growth.
Yes, it's a constant learning. This is life. You constantly learning on how to be a better man or how to maintain, what you already have.
Yeah.
So that's it in a nutshell, man. And we can definitely talk on, more Christ-like centered what manhood is, even what you just named off as far as like the charge that we were given, to
be fruitful, multiply, and have
but
dominion.
Also have dominion. Yeah. And that doesn't mean to dominate, but in another way, it means take responsibility over that. I've blessed you with take responsibility over the land, speaking life. God said, name this, name that, speak life over this, speak life over that. Make it better, make it fruitful, make it beautiful, make it multiply. You ain't got to be with children or with family, man. Be with community, be fruitful and make the community bigger, better, bigger, all of that good stuff. So yeah, manhood is dope. I thank God for it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, bro. We can go on and on, man.
We could. Do you have, I would say, my last thing I want to say, tie it back to the beginning about, man being spirit or, and, our experience here on earth is in the form of a male and then there are females.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just sexes of man, which is a spirit being here on earth. And that our charge is really to do this together. And it takes a lot as men, especially in our world, to lay down our walls, in pride, to do this with someone else, to go about this life. And that the word says, and for this reason, a man shall leave his wife, leave his mother and father, and join, right, with
his wife,
cleave to his wife, right, and these two shall become one. And that process is hard, to become one, to leave your, being the child in your parents' house, to then being the man in charge over your own, life. So all of this is a process.
Yes, it is.
But we're all here in this process together.
That's it right there, bro. And then, I just wanted to touch on become one because you spoke on men and women. We're here to do this thing together. We are not women's enemy, and women, vice versa. Once we get over that mountain, get over that hump, life becomes so much better and so much grander. Like, I'm here to bless you just like you're here to bless me. We're here to love on each other, aid, help, rejoice and build each other up, man. It's dope. And the last thing that I can say about manhood, it can be done. You can make that transition from, childhood or a boy's mentality to having a man's mentality and having a man's spirit. Simple steps, man. Just walk right, talk right, act right, think right, and boom, you there. I'll be nonchalant about a lot of things, but not really like I don't care. But some stuff do just, it be that simple, and you can do it. Like you said, we'll process and work. We all have had our, moments under the sun as far as like being boys, but it can be done. So I just wanted to encourage you guys. Walk right, talk right, act right, think right, you good. Especially that last part, think right, because everything else flows from the thoughts. You got a good mentality, you thinking right, you want to speak right, you're going to think right, you're going to talk right, and you're going to act right. Everything flows from the mind. So you fellas stay encouraged.
Yes, indeed. Well, we thank you all for listening. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Follow Then Lead podcast. You can reach us on social media at
The email is followthenleadinc@gmail.com, Instagram, Follow Then Lead Podcast, and our Twitter is Follow Then Lead P. Until next time.
Take it easy.
Word.